I've been putting this off for years. This was my grandmother's car. I've spent the last few years learning how to work on the Camaro, and this has been sitting, and it was never really wonderfully roadworthy to begin with. Whenever I drove it, I just sort of crossed my fingers. But today we're going to figure out what we need to get her on the road. We're making a list of everything we need to do to get her moving. By the end of today, I want every major repair written down on my list, and then I need you guys to tell me what I should tackle first. What's my priority? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I honestly haven't looked at this car in a long time, so today we're gonna see what she actually needs. Looks like the tires are still holding air. Let's check these other ones. Oh, no flat tires. I know the tires are about 15 years old. They're holding air at the moment, but we'll put that on the list. There was also a box of other hubcaps, which I think are the original hubcaps. So let's see what we have here. 4 hubcaps in this box. All right, let's see what we have here. These must be the original hubcaps. I don't know if they're in good shape or not, but they're beautiful. My brother had a story that my grandfather changed the wheels, and then these hubcaps kept flying off. So maybe we can repair that to get the original hubcaps back on. We'll see here. So here's 4. Isn't that amazing? 60-year-old. No, that's older, right? 70-year-old hubcaps. I think those hubcaps that are on it came off a Comet. So I'll put that on my list to maybe get these back to the original hubcaps on wheels. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I know the brakes were all the way to the floor. Let's see what they're doing now. Yeah, that doesn't even want to pop back up. I'll need to figure out these brakes. For some reason, my grandfather kept the wheel cylinders. Why would people keep those? Did they used to rebuild them back in the day? I'm not sure, but I have a bunch of brakes. Will definitely be going on the list. Why don't we put a battery charger on her and see if that battery's got any life left? I doubt it. I was barely able to afford building this garage when I did it. I did not have electrical run out here underneath the concrete, so don't make fun of me. Everything has to go on extension cords. We'll get the job done anyway. Let's check, see if there's any oil in it. I know all the transmission fluid's laying on the ground. Ooh, that's some black oil. Maybe we should change that out before we even try to start it. The engine hasn't turned over since 23. It's got gas in it, and I did put stabilizer in the gas back then. Do I just try to start it the way it is? Or is there some sort of prep she needs? So let's take a look here. I did rebuild the carburetor, but in 2010. So that's been a long time. Oh, I got acorns underneath there. So squirrels were camping out back when I had it parked outside. Oh, it looks pretty dirty underneath there. It's looking pretty dirty in there. Some acorns down there. Should I rebuild that? I did it about 15 years ago. I'm assuming it could use a freshen up. I don't know. What sort of maintenance or what am I supposed to do to physically try to start this car? I can't tell if the transmission is moving, so I can't tell if I'm in gear or out of gear. I would hate to start this car and go through my back wall. That would be a drag. I'm wondering if I could get this thing into neutral and maybe roll it back without rolling over myself. I got a wheel chock under that. Maybe I should put this block of wood under the other tire. What's the safest way of doing this? Guess just seeing if it'll roll. Oh, nothing in the Merco-matic's moving. It's not releasing the parking brake. Let me see if I could give it a shove. Well, I got it out of park, but that doesn't mean that I'm not still in park. So why won't this thing roll? Is it that my tires are squared off a little bit and it's just hard for me to get a bump on it? Or am I still in some sort of gear? What do you think? I have a come along. Should I try to drag it out a little bit? Or maybe we'll just leave it where it's at for right now. Oh, that's not good. I don't really want to do another rear end. I'm going to try to mentally mark everything that's leaking leaking, or at least the general vicinity of where it's leaking from. So we know the rear end's leaking. I was expecting that. That's all the transmission fluid on the ground. First, it started out just a couple of drops a week, and then it started puddling. I don't know if that's the main seal between the transmission and the engine. I have no idea, but that will have to be prioritized. Oh, what about this stuff on the radiator? All right, what's that green stuff on the radiator? I did have this record, but that was like in 2010. I don't know what needs to be done with that. So what do you think? A standard tune-up? Huh? I used to have to shoot starter fluid down in the carburetor to get her started, but she would start. I think this old Y-Block's kind of cool. Not cool like a big block Chevy, but it's got its charm. The interior is old. Obviously, it's in bad shape. This is flexed up and wrinkled up. Carpet's all goofy. I do have a carpet kit for this. Old headliner. How cool is that? Grandpa Joe died in 1998, so these parts have been sitting around the garage since before then. I got this old carpet kit. Been in the box ever since. Oh, it's probably deteriorated. Pretty cool to find this new old stock. And you know what else I have for this thing? I got some of this stuff. My grandfather had a box of some of this original rope. It's probably crispy too, but it's still sort of cool to have. I'm capable of cleaning the interior up, but we do have a problem right there. But I can feel how crunchy everything is. And look at those old tags from shops. No, I guess there's more going on than I thought here. Obviously, this all needs to be redone. It's all very crispy. What is this? An ashtray? Wow, that is wild. I do think I have all the original knobs. I don't have any knobs missing. They're probably cracked. Check out that cool Penny's Foremost air conditioner. From what I understand, that was a dealership installed aftermarket. Pretty cool. It does not work, of course, but maybe I can figure that out. And these doors are heavy. They're not exactly lined up anymore. Maybe we can do those adjustments, figure it out. I don't know if we would call this a no rust car, but she looks pretty good to me. She's got weird little issues. Seems like a deep crack. It almost looks like a Bondo repair, but I'm not sure what it looked like in 1957. I love all the emblems. There's a little something going on here. I don't know what, but there's something going on. So I have a list, a very basic list. I've got the tires, hopefully to get the original hubcaps back on, just so it looks cool. Obviously a brake job, probably a full rebuild on the brakes. It's going to the floor, so I don't know. Change all the fluids, do the carburetor rebuild kit on that puppy, take care of that transmission leak, figure out my radiator, why it's goofy, and just figure out how to get this car started. I wouldn't be asking you guys if I didn't need help, honest help with this. I know I've worked on the car before, but it's been sitting for a long time. And I do have a mentor and I hate to bother him constantly with these trivial little things. So we're gonna figure this out on our own. I am relying on you guys to tell me where I should start. Should I try to get the car running first? Or should I try to fix the brakes first? I have woman worries. I'm afraid that if I try to start the car and I don't have any brakes or anything holding it down and I'm still in gear and don't know it, you know, that Merc-O-Matic's kind of a pain and I can't hear it clicking in and out of gear where it's supposed to be. I can hear the parking brake releasing, but I don't know if it actually is. So I need some advice on these things. What should I start with first to get this car running? I need to get this car moving so I can at least roll it back and forth to start working on it, but I need your advice. So I'm coming to the nice people of YouTube. So that's my list. If this were your Mercury, what would you start with first? So this is going to become our project. I need you to comment below, where should I start first? And if you're interested in knowing more about that big block Chevy, you can check out this playlist right here. If you're interested in knowing how I ended up in Girl Garage, you can check out this long, boring video right here.